Hey guys, it's Misha here. Welcome back to another video. So I haven't done a video I think since the beginning of December, my December budget with me. And so today what I wanted to do was just kind of go over my goals for 2022 and then do my January 2022 budget with me. We were gonna finish out December strong and that was the intention. I still think we did, but unfortunately, my family, we got COVID. So if I sound a little raspy, that is the reason why. So anyways, let's just jump into it. So these are some of our goals for 2022. So I want to increase my credit score. And part of the reason I want to do this, well, just because it's a good thing to do in general, but if you recall, I had been paying down a loan, which I was able to get it from ending in November of 2023 to now it'll end in October of 2022. So I'm filming this on January 1st, so that loan will be done this year, even if I don't make any extra payments on it. But the only thing with that is that specific loan did not report to the credit bureau. So because I had been paying that loan and not like my credit cards down, my score had not been increasing. In fact, it was just, I guess, getting worse. Oh, also, just another thing, you may in fact hear my kids or my dog. So the next thing I want to do, build an emergency fund to $5,000. And then our next goal is make $5,000 in advisory income. So I do some financial advising. I just started last year. And so I would like to bring $5,000 of that side income for 2022. And so really, like some of these, if I do this, then this will probably be met. The other thing is to pay off $10,000 in debt, not to take on any new debt, and be my best self. And so be my best self is kind of like, I just want to show up 100% in everything that I do. So that isn't just like on my side stuff, but also like in my 9-to-5 job, just kind of putting in my all, So being my best self. And that doesn't mean stressing myself out or anything like that, but those are just some of my goals. And so now if we go into January, I just kind of have broken my goals down a little bit more. So my goal for January is to pay an additional $500 on debt, start paying down the credit cards instead of the loan. And so that's what I'll do. Bring in $500 in side income. So I already do have some business that I kind of have coming down the pipeline. So I may be able to make that. And then also I'll be starting back my sinking fund. So I didn't do that at all last year, but I'm going to start back with my sinking funds. And if I'm not able to do it in a month, like I'm completely okay with that. But it's just something that I thought that I would like to kind of start up. And so save $400 for an emergency fund. So what I've done is from my paycheck, I used to have $200 that went automatically into another account, but I've increased that to $400. So that will be something that's kind of done automatically off the top and you won't necessarily see it inside my budget. And I would just like to close one deal. So I'm an insurance agent. I can do investments. I can do life insurance, travel insurance, health insurance, group health insurance, benefits, that type of stuff. So yeah, just close one deal. And so over here I have canceled my CAA additional membership. Apparently I've been paying an extra like $46 for to have an extra person on my account, and I just don't need that. So I have to remember because it's coming to renew in February. Now on to the January budget. So nothing too fancy here. Everything's just in pencil, just trying to do my best. Honestly, finding time to do this during the break with the kids home, and then also kind of being sick all around it, has not been the easiest thing to do. So, but I'm sure you understand. Okay, so now for our 9 to 5. So, like I said, we've been sick, and so because of that, my husband had to take time off work. I did too, but it just so happened that I was on vacation anyways, so I didn't actually have to take any time off work. But because because he had COVID, there's also government benefits that he's able to get. So despite that, I think we'll end up kind of even for the month of January, but I'm not 100% sure. And then before he was sick, he did a lot of extra work. So I'm not really sure how that's going to shake out, but for our 9 to 5, I'm budgeting $7,270. And then for our side income, we should bring in $1,200. I'm not sure why this came dark. I think it was just the side of the pencil that I was using. And then for the Canada Child Benefit, it's $550. So the total for this is $9,020. So for our bills, for our rent, as always, it's $1,025. And then our Nissan, which is a bi-weekly payment, but the total amount is $540. And then for our car insurance, this is car insurance, renter's insurance, and me and my husband have a little bit of term life insurance. And that comes to $610. Our cell phone bill this month, yay, is $140. And I think this is basically regular now. Last month it was a little bit bigger because we had traveled to the US at the end of November. So I think our bill was like over $300. So for the 407, I'm going to budget $200. And Candyman, that is a line of credit that we have. It's $150. That also is, well, that's semi-monthly that we pay that. Hannibal is a credit card. We budget $230 a month. And these are all over the minimum payments slightly. Like it could be like $30, $40. But I always just pay the same thing every month. So Voldemort is another credit card. It's $100. And Michael Myers, this is a loan. It's $278.50. And so Annie, this is the one that we were paying off before, but we were no longer paying off. So as I said previously, I was able to shave like a year and a month off. And so I at least know that this will be done this year, which I'm okay with. So, okay, Poison Ivy, so $200 a month we're budgeting for this specific loan. This amount might change, but for now, this is just what we're doing. And then Bellatrix Lestrange. So this is a credit card. And so now this is where I'm going to focus paying down. So part of it is because even though our interest rates are pretty much the same on our credit cards, this has the highest payment. So that is the one that I want to attack right now. So Wealth Simple is our robo-advisor, $100. This will obviously increase once we don't have our debt. And another goal that I have that I'm not sure if I had written it down, but is I would like to move by September. And so part of the whole thing with paying down our debt is like that's been a little bit of a hindrance with us moving, even when it comes to just like our credit score and stuff like that. Like even though we pay all our stuff on time, it can be a hindrance. So because of that, that's another reason why like the focus is just kind of paying down debt. And we had a lot of like, not a lot, but we did have some kind of like emergencies that came up this year that were very unexpected, especially at the end of the year. So that's the other reason for building up the emergency fund. So Equitable, it's $300. So this is life insurance for our kids, and it has a bit of an investment component. That's why the amount is so high, but it will be paid off by the time that they're in their 20s, and then it's permanent insurance. They get to keep it for the rest of their lives, but they don't have to pay into it anymore. And then American Express. So I used to budget $130, but then I realized that it was higher than that. Like, all of our subscriptions are $165. And I think part of the reason for this is that in Ontario, or maybe Canada, they started adding HST to like Netflix and Dropbox and all that stuff. So all of that kind of skyrocketed. And then I realized that Disney Plus, it used to be $18.99, but now it's like $13.99. So all of that has kind of incrementally increased our subscriptions. And so our bank fees, always just do $20 for that. And our donations, so we always give 10%. I stopped for a little bit, but then I decided that I didn't want to do that anymore. So $902. And so the total of all of this is, drum roll, $5,638.01. So remaining, we have $3,381.99. So we're gonna move over to our variable expenses. So our gas, you know, if you're new to my channel, my husband drives for work, so our gas is very high. And on top of that, gas is just high these days. Like, it's pretty ridiculous. And so for food, we're gonna budget $600. And guys, man, December, wow. So we just got a lot of Uber, like, because we were sick and we couldn't really do too much, and we just didn't feel well. Like, we probably at least ordered maybe at least once a day, like not more than once a day, but at least once a day. Like, it was like, oh my gosh, it was bad. And I don't know if everything's just gotten more expensive with food, but it was really bad. So anyway, so our pets, $400. That's pet food, fish food, all that stuff. Vitamins, I normally budget $100. I have to buy more vitamins for my kids, but we're pretty good with, I think, adult vitamins for the time being. And then personal spending, so this is $300. And so this is money for myself and my husband, and we get to kind of spend it however we want, whether we want to put it towards debt, whether we want to get our nails done or hair done or invest it or whatever, like anything, it doesn't even matter. So our buffer is $200 as always, and our kids' allowance is $50. So the total of all that comes to $2,450. Honestly, it doesn't really look like that much, but it really adds up. So our remaining after that is $931.99. So as I said, I want to start going back or starting up sinking funds. I had paused in 2021 and maybe even 2022. I mean 2020. I can't really remember, but I want to start them back up. So for car maintenance, I'm gonna do $100. And with these, if I don't end up doing these this month, I'm okay. And the reason why I say that is because I don't really know what my husband's income is going to be for the second payment of the month. So that'll be like December 15th. So I'm not like, if I can't do these, then that's like totally fine. Like, they're far enough away. So Christmas is going to be $50. Back to school in August or September will be $100. And then birthdays. So 3 out of my 4 children have birthdays in the first 4 months of the year. So I don't know, this might not be enough to cover all that by then, but at least we'll have something kind of put aside to begin with. And so the total of all of that is $350. And so remaining, we will have $581.99. So, we're going to pay an extra $500 to our debt. Please excuse my kids in the background. Well, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna make this $581.99 just to make it a zero. And so, like I said, this is gonna be $400, and it will come right off my check. So, from here, this will just basically zero out our budget. But I just still did want to note that I do have savings of $400 that's automatically taken off the top. And so this will be our emergency fund. Any extra money I bring from my side stuff, like my insurance or financial advising or any of that type of stuff, I will just save. Like, that money is not going to be touched. So I have that in a separate account, and the goal is not to touch it. I just want that to kind of grow. Any business expenses I have, I can use that for. And then also eventually, if I need the money, say like if we are moving and I need first and last or something like that, then I can just kind of have that. So it's kind of like an extra little bit of savings, even though it's just like my business money, but I want to keep on kind of reinvesting it instead of using it right away, because I don't really have a need for it and I never know exactly how much it's going to be. So that is our January budget. Yeah, like, you know, I wasn't going to make goals this year, but then I decided, you know what, it's better to make them and kind of have a focus than to kind of just like be going in the wind for the whole month, or for the whole year, I should say. So yeah, that's basically it. So if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe. So bye.